Hey, Trotwood family, it's Mrs. C. Just coming in to say hello, and it's Monday. Yeehaw, amazing. I missed you guys this past week. It has been a busy one for me. But before we get into all of that kind of stuff, let's do quick updates for Trotwood. Trotwood updates, as a reminder, they're still doing food distribution. Remember that those distributions are still same time, same place, same everything. Good morning, everybody. So nothing has changed there. One thing I did notice today, not today, excuse me, this past weekend as I was grading work, it appears that every single one of my students did not read the instructions. And I'm a little worried about that. Strictly because the instructions were very, very clear that this was this past week was going to be a double up for ELA in social studies and ELA in math. And the instructions asked that you not only do the quiz, but that you do the writing prompt as well. So I have to talk to Ms. Tyus and see what we're going to do about that. Because nobody did the writing prompt. Everybody did the quiz, which is fantastic. I appreciate that you guys actually went and did the work. So great, you know. But I got to talk to Ms. Tyus about the writing prompt, what she wants to do. So who knows? We'll find out, I guess. I wouldn't stress too much about it, but please make sure that you're reading the instructions because they're kind of important as they may change. You just never know, especially with us now doing cross-curricular stuff. Anyways, okay, let's see what else updates-wise. Your teachers are doing well. These past couple of Tuesdays, we've all been coming into the building to do classroom clean-out. I know, right? I have completely cleaned out my classroom. It is completely packed up, ready to go. Another thing, while it's not 100% official, we're pretty close to calling it official. I will be moving from 6th grade, and I'm being told I'm being moved up to 8th grade. So I will not be down in the hallway with Miss Nerderman, Miss Rice, and Miss Tyus. The three of them are still staying in the same area, which is great. You guys can go visit them next year when we get back into school. But I will be moving. So that's kind of exciting, kind of interesting. That's part of the reason why my class is already packed up and ready to go. Because we have to move my stuff into the 8th grade hallway. So potentially here, by the time you guys hit 8th grade, who knows? You might end up having me again. I don't know. We'll see how that works out. We'll see. Like I said, I just know that I miss you guys currently right now, and that I wish we were ending the school year back in the, in the schoolhouse with everybody and, whatnot. We did also on the updates receive an email from the superintendent that stated that we are going to be allowing locker clean out for anybody who left things in their lockers. I know that we were pretty adamant about everybody get your stuff and take it with you on the last day, but not everybody actually took their stuff, and some people left a lot of things. I think Miss Nerderman, as we were closing out the building when we had that last couple of days with the teachers in the building, I'm almost certain there was like 1 or 2 lockers that had like a bunch of sneakers in them. For your PE class and things like that. People left their like pencils, book bags, that kind of stuff. So that will be coming up. You will get notice on that. If I'm correct, it's not this week, but next week that they're going to start allowing everybody to come in and start collecting their things out of their lockers. So just be ready for that announcement when it comes down the pipe. And let's see. Is there anything else I need to give to you guys? I don't think so. So I guess we can just skip into what we're doing for the day. My craft area here is an absolute mess because I have been going nuts with crafting lately. Again, it's part of the whole, I'm trying to keep myself busy along with doing my regular work and whatnot. So I've had a lot of projects underway. Part of it has to do with crafts, and part of it has to do with like renovations in my house and things like that. So we're going to be painting my daughter's room, and we're completely updating everything so that it has more of a teenage vibe. My daughter's birthday is actually today. She turns 14. So I got a pretty set teenager in the house. I also, I've got my son who turns 17 this year. So I've got a lot of upgrading of bedrooms and things like that to do because they're big kids now, so I got to make sure that they have everything. And so I'm trying my best to keep those projects going now, so that we can enjoy time come this summer. So, but thank you. I'll make sure I pass on the happy birthdays from you guys to her. So, but on to what we're actually doing today. I think today's project is actually kind of fun. We are going to do something that's relatively easy to do. Actually, you can see I'm kind of doing it in my hands as we as we sit here. But I went ahead and prepped a little bit so that you can see. What we're actually working on is called quilling. It is a really simple process. You can do it with regular paper. You can do it with construction paper. You can do it with cardstock, whatever you want. To answer your question, Jerome, the 22nd of May. Oh, thank you, Amaya. I saw that, and Carlson, that you guys are updating it for me. For your final week of school, honestly, I was planning on having you guys do a written reflection. A couple of sentences about what your 6th grade year was like. Either that or I was thinking about having you write letters to the incoming 6th graders. Something that the teachers can pass to them saying, here's what the previous class wants you to know or thinks that you should know getting ready to come into the middle school. Because you guys, it's a unique experience to move from elementary to middle school, and you guys would know best. You're right there. So, but we have, like I said, just a matter of 2 weeks left. That's it, right? Time flies. We're having a good time. So let's keep it that way. Let's go ahead and get into what this week's stuff is. So quilling. Quilling is a paper art craft thing. It's really easy to do. Your supplies that you're going to need are going to be paper of some sort. So like construction paper or regular paper or cardstock. That's up to you. You're going to need a toothpick. You will need a pair of scissors. You will need glue. Regular glue is fine. I'm not actually cheating this week. I'm not using hot glue, right? You will need a pen or a pencil of some sort. And preferably like one of these little like sticks. It's got glue on the end of mine, and you'll understand here in a minute why. As well, because it helps with spreading the glue. And that's what I'm messing with down here. And I don't want to show you just yet, but I kind of do it at the same time because it's going to be interesting to put this all together. Okay. So let's do this so that you can see my work area here. So first things first, since we're making an emoji project, it's going to look like this when all is said and done. It's very easy to do. Like I said, it'll take some time just because, you're actually working on it. But I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do it here. So first of all, I'm grabbing my piece of paper. A regular piece of paper is too long for this. This is probably something you want to do on a shorter piece of paper. This is actually a piece of foam that I got for like 25 cents at Kroger after Valentine's Day. But you can use a regular piece of paper. It doesn't matter. Just cut it in half. So you got your half a piece of paper, your construction paper, right? You're going to grab any piece of construction paper. In this case, since I'm doing an emoji, I chose yellow. And you're going to cut it into strips like this. The strips are only like 1.5 centimeters to 1 centimeter. They're not very big. I took the regular construction paper, like this is the long way to hold it, and then this is the lengthwise to hold it. And you're going to cut these strips like this. They're going to go like, how we used to talk about hamburger hot dog, like this is hot dog. That's the way that you want to hold your paper, is hot dog style. And then you're going to cut the strips. Just kind of gauge it. Each of these strips needs to kind of be around the same length. They don't have to be, like width-wise, if they're a little bit bigger, like this one's a little bit bigger than this one, that's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's just the closer that they are, the more uniform they'll look when you get to the actual quilling part. So anyways, as you can see, I went ahead and did a couple of these ahead of time. So you're going to take after you cut out your strips, a whole bunch of strips, you're going to take the toothpick and you're going to take this piece of construction paper is what I'm using. So, and you're going to wrap it. You're going to wrap it around the toothpick like this, and then you're going to keep wrapping it and wrapping and wrapping and wrapping. I'm going to turn it around so you can see it here. And I'm just rolling it. It kind of looks like a mini toilet roll by the time it's all done, and that's okay. Try to keep it even on the sides here. If you need to, push it in, whatnot. Make it kind of tight. The thing with quilling is that, because that's what you're doing right now, is you roll this little by little. The thing with quilling is that it depends on how long you hold it, how tight the curls actually end up. So in this case, I don't particularly need or want them to be completely tight. They can be a little loose. That's fine. So I'm going to continue to roll it, roll it, roll it, roll it, make it even, roll it, roll it, roll it, make it even, roll it, roll it, roll it, roll it until you're done rolling it. And then you can just take the toothpick out, and this is what you have left, right? You can do this with just your fingers, which is fine. It's easy enough to do it with just your fingers too, but I prefer a toothpick just because it helps keep it a little tighter. So you just hold it there for a couple seconds like that. The longer you hold it, the tighter the curls will be. I don't, like I said earlier, I don't necessarily need them that tight. So what I do is as soon as I'm done and I let go, this is what happens. This is quilling. It creates these little like spirals. And what I'm going to do now, once I've got a couple of these, because I got a couple of these now put together and whatnot, I'm going to go ahead and make my emoji part of my card. So as you can see, I already started one so that you can see what it kind of looks like. What I did was I took 2 of these strips and I glued them together, and then I glued them onto the paper to make a circle. I used lots and lots and lots of glue. As you can see, it's just seeping out everywhere, and that's okay. You want it to, because the more glue you use, the better. And then this is where the little wooden stick comes in. Again, you can do this with your fingers, because I don't know about y'all, but I kind of really, really, really love playing with glue. It's a lot of fun. Then when it dries and you peel it off, I don't know. It's weird, but I kind of love playing with it, and I figure you guys probably do too. So anyways, get lots of glue in here, and you're just going to basically kind of spread it in there like this. I'm going around. And it's all spread in there. And then what you start doing is you start taking these quills, in essence. If they get too loose, like I said, some of these have been sitting for a while. So like this one's super loose. What I do is I just go back and I hold the middle, and then I pull, and then I wrap it again like this. I wrap it again. And then I might hold it for a couple of seconds just to get it to, might tighten it one more time. Then I'm going to hold it for a couple of seconds. Let it get back to the way that it was. And then, let's see here. Okay. So then once I'm ready, I'll let it kind of spring out. And then I will put it where I want it to be, which is right here in this little pocket. And you just press it down into the glue. And you continue doing that. So like I said, I've already prepared a couple of them. Some of them, like I said, I've made a little tighter, like the one that was right here. I'll move this up so you guys can see it a little better. So some of them are a little tighter. Some are a little looser if you want it to look unique. That's up to you how you want to do it. It's your project. So again, this is like all other art projects. If you want it looser, if you want it tighter, it doesn't matter. It's your art. It is perfect the way that you make it. So please don't hesitate to like make the curls tight or loose or whatever. So And again, you just kind of keep doing this over and over and over and over and over again. As I said, it takes a little bit of time, but it's not too bad. Like I said, here we go. We're just going to put some of that there. I like that this one's actually kind of large. I'm only going to tighten it a little bit, I think. And then we're going to put it into the glue, like this. Let it spread out a little bit. Like I said, a little bit bigger, some a little bigger, some a little smaller. Doesn't matter. Again, your art matters not. So let's see, we're going to make some bigger ones there. And then I'm trying to fill space as well, too, because the quilling process can be annoying and a little tiresome. But again, the end product is what actually makes this really worth it, because then you end up seeing some really cool stuff. I'm going to have to actually quill some more, as you can see, because I'm not quite filled up to the top. Like I said, really easy. Nothing crazy. Again, I'm going to put, like I said, a little bit there. Oh, I'm on my last one that I had pre-made. Probably should have made some more. But I'm not going to lie. This morning I got up and was a little tired. I was up late last night gaming, you know. Yes, Miss C plays video games. Yes, I enjoyed it. Also, I had something really cool happen to me on Saturday. So I don't know if you guys know about the movie The Nightmare Before Christmas. If you don't, it's a Disney movie that was made and put out back in 1993. It's very old, but it still holds up today because it was actually done in stop motion animation. It's a really great movie. It's a musical. I really enjoy it. It's about the king of Halloween Town taking over Christmas. And it's really kind of fun to watch. But it's an old Disney movie. And the catch with this old Disney movie, like I said, it's when it first came out, it was not popular at all. As a matter of fact, a lot of people agree that it was just ahead of its time because it's so weird. It was a Tim Burton idea. And if you know anything about Tim Burton, he did like Edward Scissorhands, Beetlejuice, some of the recent stuff that he's done, The Corpse Bride. He did the Dumbo movie, that Disney, the live action Dumbo movie. So Tim Burton stuff is a little weird. Sometimes it's macabre. Sometimes it's just really, really odd. But the thing about The Nightmare Before Christmas is it has endured. Being that it took them 3 years to make it. They started filming it in 1990, and because it's done in stop motion animation, it took them until 93 to actually finish it and then to put it out in theaters. Wasn't received as critical acclaim or anything, but it has had a loyal fan following for many years, and I am definitely one of those loyal fans. I love The Nightmare Before Christmas. It's a really fun movie to listen to. It has great lessons to it. So here's the cool thing that happened to me on Saturday, right? My birthday is coming up in July, and my mom and I, we still chat a lot, and I was telling her about this convention that they have moved to online because obviously nobody's going anywhere and they're canceling all the events, right? And so I'm talking to her and I'm telling her about this convention. I'm like, oh, look, cool. The voice actors for the main character, Jack Skellington, and the main villain, Oogie Boogie, are going to be doing live Q&A sessions with fans. And I was jokingly telling my mother, I said, oh, you would be the best mom in the world if you bought me tickets to, talk to these guys. Their names are Chris Sarandon and Ken Page. And she goes, ah, ha, ha. And then lo and behold, as an early birthday gift, she bought me 2-minute one-on-one chats with both of these guys and autographed photos. So, needless to say, my little Nightmare Before Christmas heart leapt for joy, and I couldn't believe I was going to meet them. So Saturday, I did my hair, and I got all dressed in some decent clothes compared to what I typically wear, right? And sure enough, I got to meet Chris Sarandon and Ken Page, and it was absolutely fantastic. If I had had more time with them, I would have been over the moon. But 2 minutes was more than enough. And so I got to interview them, and that was fantastic. And both of them were really, really nice people. They were so wonderful. Liam got to meet him too, my youngest, my 6-year-old, because he's a huge Nightmare Before Christmas fan too. None of my other kids are, just the young one. So, but like I said, they were so nice to Liam, and so we, we got to chatting, and that was absolutely fantastic. And again, I couldn't have been more grateful to my mom for that. Speaking of moms, on another side note, I hope everybody enjoyed Sunday, and if they had a chance to tell their mothers Happy Mother's Day. Same for grandmothers and aunts, and that have that have children, and so on and so forth. I hope everybody enjoyed their day yesterday. I know I did. My husband basically did all the work in the house for me and has been putting up with me and my ridiculous for the last couple of weeks. And so he was super nice last night. He helped me with the science project that I'm currently working on. And by science project, I mean, I am making Amish friendship bread, and I have Miss Rice to thank for that, because last Tuesday she brought in bags of, Amish friendship bread starters for all the teachers. So we have all been making Amish friendship bread. And so my husband was working on that for me. Yesterday just happened to be the day that was like add the ingredient day. And he sure enough took care of that for me. Like simple things like that. Nothing too crazy or whatnot. But I appreciate when little things get, done that I would have had to have done anyways, whether it's laundry, dishes, whatever. I'm sure you guys do too. You appreciate that kind of stuff. And I hope that you told your mothers Happy Mother's Day and thank you for all that you do for me, because, they do a lot of behind the scenes work. And I don't know if you guys recognize how much behind the scenes work is going on with moms half the time. They put so much of their life and their soul into their kids, into their families, and the least we can do is, what is up with this curl? Why is it? It's acting funny. It's acting really funny. Okay, there we go. I completely unraveled it, but now I got to roll it back up. As you can see, I'm almost done with the process here, the quilling process to put all of the little things. I think I have 1 or 2 more I've got to put together, and then it'll be done. There we go. All right, put this one back here. There we go. So anyways, that was Mother's Day. And that was also kind of part of the reason why I wanted to do the emoji quilling, because I thought, well, if you didn't get a chance to do last week's, project where we made the, like the little photo frames where you can put the little photo of you in here, and then we painted them, as you can see. Thought maybe another craft that might just be as nice, and again, all of this stuff, you don't have to wait until a specific day to do it. Thank you, Carlton, for the happy early birthday. I appreciate that. And Amaya, I'm glad that you guys got to see some of the wonderful things that family did for each other. What was I thinking? Yeah, I hope you guys aren't waiting until special days to tell your family that you love them and you appreciate them, because I don't know if you know, but, sometimes people just appreciate being thanked just for the sake of thanking them, It doesn't need to be a special day to just tell somebody that you love them and you're thankful for what they do for you. Because, like I said, I know when my kids take the time to actually say thank you to me for all the time and effort I put into their lives, it makes a difference in mine, just to hear those simple words of thank you. And again, it doesn't have to be a craft. It can be a craft if that's what you feel like doing. I'm on my last quill here. But again, if you don't feel like crafting or whatnot, just a simple thank you. That it means the world to people when you just say thank you. Okay. Now that I'm done with the quilling process, that's what it looks like so far. Super easy. They're all a little different, and that's okay. That's what makes it really unique and fun. Now we get to get into the part where we do the decoration to make it look like an emoji. I'm going to open up my phone here just so I can reference it. And I want to do the little winking emoji with the heart. So I have my pen, and I'm just going to draw out a heart. It doesn't have to be huge or humongous, but it needs to be a heart, obviously. So I'm going to cut out my heart. Not literally, I mean, sort of literally, but not like as in like my heart is aching or something like that. It's just me cutting a construction paper heart out. As you can see, let me bring it down here so you guys can actually see. I've got it so close to me that I'm not recognizing that you can't see it. Okay, so I've got my little heart now because it's going to end up going over here on top of this. The next thing I need to do is I need to create the winking and some eyebrows and the mouth. So the eye on this is kind of like a oval, the first eye. The second eye is like a, well, it's in a wink. So it's almost like a sideways comma. I don't know if you can see that. Hold on. Let me see if I can get it there. Do you see what I'm talking about? Where it's just like a little oval and like a sideways comma. I don't think those are big enough, so I'm actually going to make it a little bit bigger. Let's see here. See if Miss C can make this happen. All right. There, I made it a little bit bigger. I'm going to look at it now. I'm still not convinced that's big enough, man. Gonna make it even bigger. Gosh, why am I being such a perfectionist over this? Y'all ever have that moment where you're just like trying to be a perfectionist on stuff? There. Let's see. There we go. Does that look big enough? I think that'll work. Okay, and then I need to do some little like eyebrows, which are again kind of like commas, but not. And the reason why I'm drawing them on top of one another is so that I can gauge the size of things and see how it'll actually look as like if it were a face. It just helps me to kind of visualize it a little better if there we go. Okay. And then the great thing about this too is that once I get it all set, I don't have to worry too much from there. The mouth is a sideways W, which is funny in and of itself. That I'm doing a sideways W for the mouth, but it works. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. So let's start some cutting. Get the big piece out. Split up these smaller pieces so it's easier to cut. That's just how I like to do it. If I split up the smaller pieces, then that's less for me to have to move around as I'm cutting things. Just a little craft hack right there. Okay, so here's my eye. That's one of my eyes. And then here's going to be, I don't know if this is the winking eye or if this is one of the eyebrows because I didn't pay attention to how I just cut this. But get some of this extra off. Let's round it out. There we go. That could be the winking. Who knows? We'll find out, won't we? And then the little mouth here. And again, if you do it in pencil, it'll be easy to erase off if you don't want to have marks. Me personally, I don't care enough at the moment because I'm just trying to make the, the shapes as I need them anyways. And this will sit in a corner somewhere in my house that will not make much of a difference. I'll truly be honest with you. Actually, that's where most of the crafts that I've done with you guys have gone, into a corner of my house that I do not mess with and do not touch for anything after we do it. So, okay. So here is the mouth. And then last thing would be the, let's see, eyebrow. And I think this one was the wink, the actual wink. So let's see. Almost done, guys. We're getting there, right? We're getting there. This one's a longer video. Suppose I should have prepped a little more, but hey, stuff happens, right? Okay, there we go. There is that one. And then here is the final one, because I think these are both the eyebrows. I'm going to turn that like that. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Yes, I'm singing a tuneless tune. Why not? Okay. There we go. All right. I have all my pieces finally done. And now I'm just going to basically glue them on. Again, take your glue. Go nuts. Put as much on as you like or as little on as you like. Doesn't matter. Your art. Whatever makes it stick is going to be what works. So if it's not quite working, go nuts some more with some more glue. Doesn't matter. Stop sticking to my finger. Okay. I'm going to put the eye on there. A little bit of extra glue there. Like I said, this is regular Elmer's glue, so it should dry clear. Okay. Regular Elmer's glue. I'm just going to put some here. Whatever works. Again, it can be messy. It can be clean. It doesn't matter. It's your art. Oh my gosh, this is just not working. My art is apparently terrible. All right, anyways. So I'm going to put some more glue on the mouth. I'm just going to put some glue on here. Why not? Remind you one more time, this all dries clear. So eventually I'll put some more glue right there to just have a ton of glue. Okay, and then the last thing I want to do is I want to actually put down, I'm going to take some of it off my fingers here to get it on the heart. Come on. There we go. There we go. And the heart is big enough that I can just plop it on without having to put too much. There we go. All right. I'm going to wipe my hands real quick. Little sidebar here with the paper towel set that I have. And our finished product. I'm going to try my best not to bend it. It's still drying, so, it's what it is. But that's our emoji quilling project. So I hope that everybody, like I said, enjoyed today's craft. I hope that you have a good time doing this. It's really, like I said, it's very, very simple to do. And again, if you need to go back and reference the video, please do. So here it is. When it dries, maybe I'll post a picture or something. I don't know. And maybe I might mess with this some more after I get off this video just to make it seem less weird. But otherwise, yeah. I hope everybody has a great rest of your day. Happy belated Mother's Day. And again, I love you all, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Here, hold on. Wait. I can't go. I forgot one more thing. I forgot one more thing, guys. Dad jokes, right? Okay, you ready for your one dad joke for the end of the day before I let you go? Why did the dog not do his homework? He said it was too rough. Okay. Okay. Anyways, all right. I'll let you all go. I love you all. See you soon. Bye.